Hello, my friends. Welcome to my Living Wisdom series. Today's topic, Daily Campus Revisit. I'm Dr. Tenderlin, a professor and a psychologist. The reason I want to talk about this topic is because in recent in my LKGT mailing, I received some information from Mr. Jiang Wu and Jenny O. Mr. Jiang Wu want to know what is 快乐 and 喜乐 and 肉体不安怎么要快乐 and Jenny Wu say 快乐 is 由某事发生而主宰，境遇好则喜，境遇不好则忧，而喜乐是学习谢地都有的，是看神和永恒而来的，因为神为我们所做来欢喜。On the other hand, in my video encounter, I saw Dr. Robert Lustig. He uses 7 items here describe the difference between pleasure and happiness. With all of this information, all of a sudden, I found out is the best way to answer Mr. Jiang Wu the question or some comment about Jenny O's expression. The best way is for me to go back to my daily campus. There are 2 original resources about my daily compass. The first time I mentioned about it in 1990 when I was in Taiwan. I published a book called 赢在你我之间. In page 36, I talk about my daily compass. Then in 2022, when I started to put it into a videotape, I recorded in YouTube. And you got a chance to look at these 2 resources. You can see daily compass is talk about our mindset. And you can see I'm not just talking about the American mind. Of course, I'm talking about human mind, Eastern mind. So really, daily compass is involved not only a cultural difference, but also involved in a way, the way you use language to express them. So if we do not really have a whole picture of our mindset, it is very difficult to clearly communicate our daily compass. So from now on, I'm going to start from the beginning, tell you how I handle daily compass. Start from here. I'm going to tell you my fundamental position, the way I see human life. I believe man is born to survive. Just like this baby, I don't think he is born to come to school to study. He is born to come to respect and love his parents. I don't even think he is come to respect and love God. Why? The moment he was born, he is born to survive. If he just cannot breathe, he already pass away, have no life. So the basic, primary, fundamental reality to a human life, one is born to survive. And that is my position in taking the human life. Of course, to survive, we need a direction. We need to know where we are going. So to survive, just like to sail in the ocean, we need a compass to tell us where we need to go. So let's see what our compass in our life has to be. This, I think, is very important for us to answer if we want to survive in this world. As you know, when you are sailing in the ocean, your compass telling you whether you want to go north or south or east or west. But in our daily life, our daily compass show us all kind of desires. Do you want this? Do you want that? And you have all kind of decisions to make every day in any moment. You want to do that? You don't want to do that? So in our daily compass, exhibit our desire. And desire is just a possibility, seeking expression, like Ralph Waldo Emerson said. We are express our desire every day in our daily compass. When we express our desire, we expose our emotions. Then we use our emotion in interact with the people around us. This is really in my professional career. I'm very interested in this aspect of interpersonal relationships. And I found out we got to know to communicate very clearly about the emotion we are communicate with the people with. And how are you going to make your emotion very clear? I emphasize we got to give our emotion a clear definition. And the best clear definition is operational definition. That is a definition involved with verb, not adjective, involved with action word. So I define the desire, how we express our desire first. And I feel the way we desire to do emotion can be defined by two axes. One is to do with need. One is to do with goal. And that's what is expression of desire is show our need and tell other person what we want. As you do like that, since the need involve two aspects, either you want it or you don't want it. And when you express it, the goal you want it, either you got it or you don't got it. Subsequently, when we express a desire to the people around you, the emotion you show can be one of these four quadrants, involved in one of these four. First one is you get what you want. Second one, you didn't get what you want. Third one, the emotion is you got what you don't want. And fourth is you did not get what you didn't want. And that's number four quadrant emotion. So you can see when you express emotion radically, you will expose possible one of these four emotions. And I was really interested how people use the language that they learn to express this emotion. So on one occasion, I have a chance to get about 6 our Taiwanese friends. They are all educated and all have a long life, about 70 or 80, 60 years old, and they have spent a lot of time in both Taiwan and the United States. So they all, in a sense, use both Taiwanese, Chinese, English language in their daily expression. So on one occasion, we 6 people together, and I give them this 4 quadrant, ask them to fill in the blank, tell me how the emotion could be. And here is the answer they get to me. They say, in first quadrant here, emotion 1, when you get what you want, you could feel 高兴、快乐、满足、兴奋、快感、成就感、价值感、happiness, satisfaction, joy. And the second quadrant, you didn't get what you want, what your emotion could be. They say it could be 失望、沮丧、生气、anxious, loss of competence, depression. And the third one, if you didn't get, you get what you didn't want, how you feel. You say you could feel 生气、讨厌、没喜喜啊恨，有胜于无surprise, shock. That's the feeling. How about the fourth quadrant? You did not get what you don't want. Yeah, that is the feeling is 心安理得、幸福、感谢、好佳在、幸运、幸运、欢喜做、感恩受、gratitude, calmness. Wow, Thank you very much for this group of people help me to figure out all different type of feeling to explain these 4 different type of situations. And from here, you can see how we express ourselves, our emotion, not only influenced by our cultural background, but also influenced by our language capability. So really, if we do not express correctly in a clear manner, you can see how miscommunication can be when we express our desire. However, it's really hard for us to exactly express our emotion, and other side people on the other side can truly accept our emotion. For this, I like to use uh, Deng Lijun's song as an example. Deng Lijun singing "月亮代表我的心" This song was very popular in Taiwan. In that song, she was saying, no matter or in what way, in any way, whatever the way she expressed the love to the other people on the other side just cannot truly understand how much love she has for the other person. Therefore, she has to ask Moon to represent her, to show her love to the other person. And this predicament must be felt by all the people who listen to her song. No wonder this song was so popular in Taiwan. In communication, we have to be very clear without misunderstanding. So, in the last table, you can see in here, I have deleted a lot of Chinese and English. I leave only very few words in this table here for my daily compass. In here, in this box, I only have love and happiness and pleasure. In this second box, I only have Buddha and no happiness. In the third box, I only have Buan and no peace. In the fourth box, I only have An and peace and contentment. If we look at the first box, love, happiness, and pleasure simply indicate it's our good feeling. So at this point, I like to answer the question at the first slide in this presentation. My LKG friends asked me a question about, are there any difference between 喜乐 and 快乐? To me, there's no difference. They all are no. They all indicate a good feeling. Same happiness and pleasure. There's no long term and short term. They are good feeling. But you say there's a long term and short term, I think that is a trivial. No need to make that differentiation. And even in case may not be justified. For example, I give you an example. In 1960, when I studied in Taiwan Normal University, next to the dormitory, there's a street called Long Jie, and a lot of food business popping up in Long Jie. The most famous is selling the beef noodle. And I visit that place very often. I enjoy the beef noodle there. I even wrote an article in Central Daily News to show how much we enjoy the beef noodles. I enjoy beef noodle. It is a food. It is the pleasure, but it's not a short term. Because even right now, wow, 32 years later, I still feel good about beef noodle. And whenever I went back to Taiwan, I will visit that place to have a bowl of beef noodle. So it is not short term. Pleasure is not short term, it's a long term. So really, your short term and long term is largely what we do. Do we put our pleasure into a long term memory or not? You put your pleasure into your long term memory, of course, is a long term pleasure. Okay? And in this table, I also use psychological learning to show you that box 1 here is a result of positive reinforcement. Box 2 is a result of positive punishment. Box 3 is a negative punishment. Box 4 feeling is a result of negative reinforcement. So all these emotions, psychologically speaking, are very operational defined. And I think this table is a very inclusive and very exactly speaking to show you our daily compass. It's good to know science advances very quick. At the present day, scientists told us inside our body we are over maybe 50 hormone, 100 and neurotransmitter inside our body. And all these biochemical have an influence in our emotion. When we have no peace, or no happiness. We experience some stress. And when we are under the stress, the hormone called cortisol circulate our body, influence our dopamine and serotonin. And dopamine is exciter, serotonin is an inhibitor. And you getting dopamine too much will lead you to kind of addiction problem. And serotonin getting too low, we might experience depression. And even psychologically might feel misery and despair in each incident. And this is nice to know. But of course, in our daily campus, every day, we look for happiness and peace. We want every day, either in happy or in peace. That's it. That's what we want. We do it right. We never get into no happiness or no peace. Okay, we want happiness and peace. And then what is the living wisdom here? How are we going to get them? Well, I have a little bit my personal wisdom here. I feel we should get happiness first. If we don't look for happiness, or we did not want, for some reason we wasn't able to get happiness, then we retreat. We don't want it, and we want to get a peace. I think a lot of people turn around. They think we should get a peace first, then get happiness. Well, I take a different position on this. I feel we should get happiness first, simply because if you want to survive, we say we come here to survive. If to survive, you got to have something first. You don't want to have nothing. No. Have something first. To have something is an action word. You take action in your life. So logically speaking, you look for happiness first. And if you cannot get it, then you look for the peace. For example, when I was teaching in Taiwan, I ever have a lunch with one of the male students together. And on one occasion, he showed me, say, hey, there's one pretty, attractive girl standing in line waiting to pick up his food, lunch. And he said, she's really pretty. I turn around, I look at it, I say, yeah, that's right, she's really pretty. Why don't you take action and get to know her? But she said, no, she doesn't want it. I said, why? I was surprised. You asked me to look at her, and right now she's pretty, and you don't want to get closer to her. She said to me, well, her condition, her idea, her condition of having a boyfriend could be too high for me, high standard. I don't think I can meet her standard. So I don't want to get rejected. I don't think I want to get to know her. She said that. Immediately I know she looking for peace. She's not looking for happiness. If he is taking that attitude, I think he He limits himself in his life scope, and he he limits himself in his life space. And we got to, in our life survival, definitely speaking, we should look for happiness first. If we cannot get it, then we look for peace. I expressed this idea to my students while I was teaching in Taiwan. And one time I will write this statement inside one of the aircraft as a gift to my student. 20 years later, she moved from Taiwan to Canada. Asked me go. I went to see her. I was surprised to see this, my little gift. Wow, that tell me she really enjoyed what I preached at that time. So today, I again share with you my living wisdom on this point. That is, in your daily life, try to look for happiness first. If for some reason you wasn't able to have happiness, then you look for peace. Of course, you don't want to drop into unhappiness, no peace or no happiness. So either you have happiness or you have peace. That's the life we want to have. Don't you think so? I have come to the end of my speech. And to summarize, I again recommend you read my book, Live to Win. It was published at Amazon Direct Publishing. And in this book, I specifically teach you how to express your emotion in such a way you will get happiness and peace. And I hope you take a look at it. Uh, Thank you very much for coming to my today's speech. I see you next time. Bye-bye.